I feel like the only way to start this is welcome to the absolute shit show and panic of my life right now. This is gonna be a race weekend vlog. It's not actually about any of my personal kiddos, but I'm going out of state and I'm going on a plane and I'm going to a really big race. So I was like, y'all are coming along. I'm in panic mode for several reasons. First off, this was very last minute, and so I haven't like mentally prepared myself for this. I've also never been on an airplane. I didn't have any luggage or anything, so I literally just came off work and sprinted to hopefully Walmart and see. I don't know. I'm panicking. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just let's go, and I'll keep talking about why we're going. I just want you all to know I'm completely incapable of making logical decisions for myself. I first off, it took me forever to find the Dramamine. Like, they're in the process of like redoing my Walmart, so everything is everywhere. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. Right. And the whole reason I got Dramamine, I was like, I don't want to be that person. I know I get motion sickness sometimes in cars, and I don't want to be that person. So I was like, I'll bring some just in case, cover my bases. Right. Phenomenal. Finally find it. Then I get to the luggage section, and I just wanted a duffel, and everyone's like, no, you should probably get like an actual suitcase just because it's a little sturdier, and if you're bringing your camera and stuff, probably should. I was like, fine, whatever. So freaking I text them. I was like, in the group chat, I was like, does anyone know what the carry-on limit is so I don't exceed it, like lengthwise? Crickets. And so I send them the list of lengths that are sitting in front of me. Again, crickets. And so I'm just kind of like moseying next to the book section, like, oh, I'll just wait for them to answer. So I was like, maybe they have the two books I've been looking for a while. They had one, but they didn't have the other. And I was like, is it really worth getting one without the other? Not really. So I didn't get the one, but whatever. And finally, they text me back. They're like, we don't know. We can't figure it out. So I was like, they're like, just get this one, and then if it doesn't, we'll just check it in. Fucking help me. I don't want to worry about lost luggage. Anyway. I'm stressed for no reason. I'm sure I'll be fine. But, little gremlin brain says no. No, it's not. Anyway, now that the chaos is done for the day, I didn't tell you where we're going or why. So we're going to go to New Jersey. We're going to go to Monmouth Park to watch the Haskell. The Haskell is $1 million race, which is a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup. And also, what is it? Oh, prep for the Travers. It's a big race. That's kind of just the important gist. We are going because there is a horse. We do not own this horse. This has nothing to technically do with me. I will never see a penny that this horse ever, produces. I'm not gonna say any of it, but I helped. You were in my parking spot, sir. But I did help bring this kid into the world. I raised him, I sale prepped him, all that jazz. The breeder sold him, and the breeder was like, I want to go. Let's all go. And so that's why we're going. So we're having a little fun. What is happening? Yeah, anyway, it's been chaotic. So that's why we're going. We're gonna go watch this kid run. Also, though, to add to it, there is a horse in another stake race earlier in the day in the Windstar Matchmaker. Now, we did not breed or raise her, but we do have her mom. So we bought her mom, I think when that filly was a 2-year-old, something, maybe 2 or 3-year-old. So it's gonna be fun to go there and watch both of them, really. Anyway, I need a shower and then finish packing. And then we're speeding off to the airport. This is a whole thing. So the car broke down on the way to the airport. That was great. The flight was delayed twice. The delay helped the first time. Not so much the second time. Anyway, we're here. I guess we have to get ready. We have to dress up. That's the whole thing. Okay, let's go.
Matchmaker Stakes. And they're off. Canisi broke with speed to the inside, so did Bipartisanship, who's going to be in the early mix, and surprisingly from the outside draw with Consumer Spending. It's going to be Bipartisanship and Luis Saez. They assert and they will take command. With down towards the inside, Canisi, they're a clear 1-2, and now Canisi puts a neck in front. Right to the outside is Bipartisanship, who's now well settled here in second. It's a very tight hold for John Velasquez, and Personal Best is tucked right in behind the leaders in third. Just off of them is Surprisingly. Then comes Consumer Spending, who's going to be 4.5 off the lead. The two towards the back, tick, 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 boom. And Gam's Mission as they work into the turn. Canisi has control. It's Canisi in front, is up by 3/4 of a length. Bipartisanship is right there tracking from second. Still a snug hold here on Personal Best in third. Surprisingly is comfortable in the 4th spot. Consumer Spending moves a touch closer for Rosario, is in the 5th position. Tick, 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 boom. Moves up on the outside. The trailer is Gam's Mission. 6 lengths to cover them all. They work up the backstretch, and Canisi at 10-1 has got the lead and slowed things down. 49 seconds flat for that half-mile time. Bipartisanship is watching the action here from second, and Personal Best is just waiting for the cue from third. Surprisingly is in it, is right there in the 4 spot. Consumer Spending is down towards the inside, saving ground. They went 1:13 flat for 3/4 of a mile, and they start to sprint. Canisi is in front, is up by a neck. Bipartisanship, surprisingly, is moving towards the outside for a 4-wide run. Personal Best is still waiting for room down towards the inside. Consumer Spending moves to the outside as well. They line up across the course here for a final furlong. Surprisingly has taken the lead. It's Surprisingly in front, immediately tackled by Consumer Spending to the outside. Surprisingly, Consumer Spending with a neck in front. Consumer Spending wins the WinStar Matchmaker Stakes. Surprisingly with... They're off. Arabian Night broke beautifully from the outside draw. Awesome Strong is going to go right with this leader, and it's the long shot. Awesome Strong to take it right to Arabian Night, who will stalk right there in second. Will Crossover is alone as Awesome Strong is running free on the front end. Arabian Night is content to sit there, drifts out just a touch here in about the 4 path as these two now clear off together. Salute the Star starts to move forward as Go Rocket Ride got off the rail immediately, and a little rank there is Salute the Stars, who is now taken third as they try to back off the tempo. Down to the inside of the lime green cap, that's How Great Is Nate, the Derby winner. Mage is towards the back of the field with Extra Añejo, and the trailer is Tap It Trice. There's a new leader. It's Arabian Night. Arabian Night on cruise control now is a half length in front of Awesome Strong, who's encouraged to move back forward. 47 seconds flat for that half-mile time. How Great Is Nate is moving to the inside of Salute the Stars, who's more settled, still in the 3rd position. Out wider there is Go Rocket Ride with less than a half mile to go. Arabian Night is out in the center of the racetrack, has company. How Great Is Nate has slipped through to the inside. Go Rocket Ride and Mike Smith, they're making a move now as well. Looking for Mage, and Mage is 2.5 lengths back there, is taken 5th, now moves up to 3rd. Arabian Night has got the lead, is ready to be challenged and confronted by Go Rocket Ride with a 1/4 mile left to go. And here comes the Derby winner out wider in the center of the racetrack. Mage is now taking the lead up on the outside, but Go Rocket Ride is in for the fight to the inside. Arabian Night is back there in 3rd. It's Go Rocket Ride who's up in front by a length and a half. Go Rocket Ride. Go Rocket Ride, Hall of Famer Mandela, Hall of Famer Mike Smith. Go Rocket Ride wins the TVG.com Haskell. Mageman is second, then came Arabian Night.
You can always tell when I'm back in Kentucky because I'm already drenched in sweat and I've only been outside for like a little bit. Anyway, it was a fun weekend. The travel, besides the car travel to and from the airport, travel was fine. Airplane wasn't actually that much of a big deal. I was a little worried about it. Mainly just, don't be rude. Cut me off. Just because I was a little worried. I was like, I really hope I don't get motion sickness. But I survived. So bonus points on that aspect. The cat is in my chair. Mount Monmouth, I almost called it a mountaineer. Monmouth was, you know, first time I've been to Monmouth. It was nice. It was kind of like a cute country fair atmosphere type thing. Like the way they had it kind of set up was the racetrack, the grandstand, and then also behind the grandstand, obviously they had stuff like in the racing area, but like behind it too, there was like someone was singing. There was like a little bunch of booths. They had like an axe throwing booth. And a whole bunch of just other random stuff. I don't know if that's like a permanent setup or if it was just for the Haskell or special days, but so that was a cool thing. The races themselves, obviously the filly won. She did great. She pretty much did what she was expected to. Fun fact of the day, her sibling, so she won on Saturday, and her sibling broke his maiden first asking at Ellis today. Sunday is today. Yes. So Mama had a great weekend for herself. Not that she really knows it. She's out in the field vibing, just munching on grass. Like, yeah, just another day. She had a phenomenal weekend. The colt, by technicality, was a little disappointing, but it very much, like, it wasn't a surprise. Like, it was something like, yeah, it was, I mean, by all means, the horse, for those who don't follow racing super well, this horse was undefeated, in his first 2 starts, won very impressively, broke his maiden in the Breeders' Cup undercard at Kingland, and then went to the Southwest at Oaklawn, which was a grade 3, and won in the slop. And in the first race, his maiden, he didn't switch leads, and part of the reason was because he pulled a shoe when he was running with only 3 shoes, and he won by a significant margin. And then, obviously, his second race was in the slop, so there was a lot of talk about him. He was supposed to be on the Derby Trail, and then they took him out. They said to let him mature and stuff. But he's had 7 months off. He flew from California to New Jersey. So, you know, that's a lot on a horse to ask. My phone keeps trying to like shut off on me. So it's not like a surprise that he didn't win. But with how much hype there has been about the horse, a lot of people in racing were like, maybe he's just all talk, maybe blah, blah, blah. Like, if you ever watch horse racing fans, they're a little weird. They're very quick to jump on or off a horse. And so there's some people who are already like, oh, he's just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, give him a second. He just came off a break. I do think it didn't help that he was in post position 8 because he was wide a significant amount of the race. I also didn't love the ride he got. Granted, by all means, I'm not the owner, I'm not the breeder, I'm not the trainer, I'm not the jockey. This is as an outside, like me looking at the race. I was like, well, I understand that the instructions are more than likely to go to the front, like he always has been doing. But there was another horse that went with him that really pressed a fast pace, and probably would have been a little bit smarter for the jockey to just let the other horse have the pace. He wasn't going to get away with it and just stalk him. So I think he wasted quite a bit of energy doing that, trying to catch up to him and deal with it. They went very fast the first little bit. And then, what else was there? I thought he moved a little too early. When I watched him ask the horse to go, I was like, you still got a lot of racetrack. Like, are you sure? And yeah, so he was just tired. He'll be fine. Now, typically, if a horse runs well in this race, they'll go to the Travers, which is up in New York. From my understanding, that is not the current plan. They're gonna take him back to California and go back, just find a race for him. They might potentially take him to the Travers, but I don't expect him to. I figure they're probably gonna put him in another 3-year-old only race, rather than a 3-year-old and up race, which is what the Travers is. So, or else I would be surprised to see him run in California. Either way, they're gonna try and get him to go to the Breeders' Cup. So that is the plan. And actually, apparently, we're also going to the Breeders' Cup. That's something I found out too. Which is, it's going to be over in California this year. So I've only ever seen California in the back of a horse van. So it'll be nice to actually get out and explore a little bit and see what it is. Yeah, so I think that was the weekend. It was a lot of it wasn't really a lot of traveling. I feel like it was all just either go, 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 or wait. And so I guess I'm very socially drained. Like, I don't want to see another human being for like a week. So yeah, I'm sure I have a couple horses that are probably getting ready to run here in about a week or two. So I'll be back with more horse racing stuff, and we will see these two again, I'm sure, hopefully Breeders' Cup Day. So, until next time.